Hello, Plannerets. Thank you so much for joining me live. I am here on Instagram as well as YouTube. You can see me full desk view on YouTube. So if you don't follow me there, make sure to pop in wherever you are in the world, whatever device you're on. I'm just happy to see you here. I am going to be setting up my September monthly cover spread in my Filofax Domino Soft in the black. So, if you're setting up your planner pages as well, enjoy a little bit of company. Alice, hello, my darling. Nice to see you. What time is it in the UK? Let me know. Oh, why is my I had all the beautiful, I know why, because I have this set up somewhere else, but that's okay. Let's check this out. Let's do that again with Alice in full view here. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to go and make sure all my pretty comments are set up beautifully. Anyway, so how are you? Thank you so much for joining. So what I'm going to do today, as I said, I am in my, I'm all over the place here. I've been playing around with my setup here. Filofax Domino Soft in the black. This is the modular system, which means you can actually take out the ring mechanism. So it has a little snap, see, snaps off, and whoops, you can take off the ring mechanism. And if you had a notebook that you want to pop the front cover and the back cover, you can use it that way. But I am going to be using the ring planner. So let's quickly have a look. Hello, Instagrammers. Nice to see you. This is, normally, I don't normally go on this time because most times it is 4:15 on a Friday. I normally have, our homeschooling. I share the space. So it's, it's not on my normal time. So let me just, I see more people popping in. Hello, Elle. What time is it where you are? Let me know. What is my gradient? I'm going to do this on the fly because I think because this is a new profile that I have created. And so not everything is set up properly. So L, morning, East Coast. It is very early. It would be really early. What time? What time is it? What time is it there? So let me know. 7:15 a.m. So early morning for Alice as well. Yeah, what are you doing up at 2 a.m., my darling Al? Sleeping past me. New York City time, sleeping past me. Bye. All right, so thank you for joining me. And of course, if you are on Instagram as well, say hello. All right, so what I'm going to do, the planner printable that I'm using is my personal size bundle. So it is in the shop at maryanncresp.com. And so I've got two versions of it. I already actually have set up my September calendar. And I did this in our membership during our Quiet Focus this week. So it's sort of like I've gone to my good old rainbow color theme. It makes me happy. It's nice and easy. I don't have to think up of different colorways or different color combinations. And then so I probably will use a little bit of the similar hand lettering font. But yeah, nice and easy. Roy G. Bibb, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo. Except for that one, I do use sort of like a teal as well. Hello, Elroy. Hopefully I'm saying all your wonderful names. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. Oh, this is really lovely. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to make that a little bit, oh, there you go. A little bit, what do you call it? Opaque. All right, so the inspiration that I got is from Pinterest. So if you're ever stuck on how to embellish your planner pages, Pinterest is your friend. Whether I normally put bullet journal cover page or my son's just popped in the kitchen to pop his mug away. He's been having some pumpkin soup. But yeah, so getting ready for September here this weekend. Happy that you're setting up things today as I need the inspo. Oh, good. I always like to time these sort of things when you guys are trying to figure out your September or new month setup. All right, so I am actually using the back bit of my last week in August. So I'm going to use that. I've just penciled in there a calendar, September calendar, but the cover page I'm going to use is let me know if any of you have seen the like the envelope. See how there's a little envelope and then like little flowers coming out of it, different plants. So that's the inspiration for today's cover page. But yeah, just look up on Pinterest, just go, even if it's, if you put September, Bujo or bullet cover page, and then most of the things that might come up will be season that is aligned with North America, but I'm here in Australia, so September for us is spring, so that's why I thought having the flowers, but if you were, are you in your fall season? Are you going to fall? Let me know what season you are in wherever you are in the world. Okay, so what I'm going to do and going to use are my felt tip pen to do the outline. This has come off, but this is, I think, handletteringdesign.com. So it is waterproof, it is smudge proof, so which is great for when I need to color in with my zebra mild liner. Okay, so I think I'm going to use the 06 as my outline. I'm going to take this off the ring planner so I have a nice flat surface. There. I'm still not fully well. I have been sick for the last nearly 2 weeks. I've been sick and it hasn't been really nice at all. So the body aches are gone, which is great. However, the coughing is still there, and at night the coughing is still quite present. So do the Vicks body rub on the chest and on the back, and even Vicks vapor rub on the feet and with socks. I don't know if it's only a Filipino thing, but yeah, that somehow works. I don't know whether it works or not. I did look it up to see if it is only old wives' tale that having Vicks on your feet. But I think what it is, it's that warm, comforting feeling. So this, okay, so that's just the basic opened envelope. So if you want to take a step-by-step, thank you, Elle. Hope I'm feeling better. Yes, hope I'm feeling better as well soon, very soon. Okay, and yeah, so if I have to mute to get the croaky frog out of my throat. So for an envelope like this, so if you can just imagine, of course, start with the flat line at the bottom and then do a curved sort of like rectangular shape, and then the sides. So really start off with rectangular for the shape of the envelope, okay? And then this bit is, where the sides get folded, and then of course that's the top. And then just whatever flowers or twigs you can go, and it doesn't have to be, I always say with drawings of plants, doesn't have to be botanically correct, unless, of course, you are a green thumb. I am not. And so let's have a look. And then this one, we're going to put one big flower here. And so, yeah, you can leave this as just a simple line drawing, or you can color it if you like. Okay. You can make it as colorful or as minimal as you want. So, yeah, these are just like simple line drawings. If you say, oh, I'm not artistic, look, curved line, okay? And a leaf. Whoop. Okay, a leaf here, a leaf there, okay? Very simple. Right? Look at that. Already on its own, it stands out really beautifully. And maybe we can put a little twig here with tiny little leaves. And then just little circles for some sort of little shrubbery, or, you know. Again, it doesn't have to be a real plant. Look at that, okay? And then for the flower itself, okay, so it's a 5-petal flower. You can have the shape circular, or you can have it like, see this little shape here, okay? Again, if you know your flowers better than I do, then, you know, you can go and make whatever. Tulips would be nice coming out of an envelopes. Okay, look at that. Okay, and you don't have to just reserve little drawings like this for a cover page. You know, if you're having, whether you're having a great day, a not so great day, then you can do some little drawings in your planner. All right, so that's looking pretty good. If I wanted, I can leave that as is. But why will we do that? Because, you know, we can go and, do I want to color it in? Now I don't know. Yes, I think I might. Oh, look, I'm going to leave it to dry for a little bit and then erase on the pencil marking. For the September, I'm going to use the same, oops, where is it? The same, where is that one? Here we go. The same first 3 letters, SEP, and then sort of use that stripy, so then it continues, sort of like that rainbow theme continues. Okay. How is it almost September already? Has gone? I know it has. And, you know, it hasn't been nice with all these wonderful, you know, celebrities that I admire and love. Oh, I've been, it was such a sad news to read that Dolly Parton has passed. Now, I remember back in the, back when I was in the Philippines, and Mum and Dad had the cassette tape. We had the cassette tape of Kenny Rogers. And I think in that cassette tape, Islands in the Stream must have been on that album. And yeah, so all I've been doing this last couple of days is watching old Dolly Parton interviews, and there is not one where there was, you know, any controversy. They've all just been wonderful, from, you know, interviews from the 70s, and so yeah. Okay, all right. Oh, look at that. Oh, actually, I added, because the balance of it, I went, oh, I left a little bit of space at the bottom, and so what we're going to do, what I'm going to put there is, I don't know if you can see the pencil marking, 2026. So I'm going to continue with the rainbow colors. So 2, 20, and 26. Okay. Look at that. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to color it in. But what I am going to do with the September and the 2026 is outline it with a black ink, because you know, black ink, outline any colorful page, and the black ink just makes those letters and numbers pop. And that also helps balance the line of the illustration and then the outline of the letters and numbers. Okay, see how simple that is? How many we've just been live streaming for the last 15 minutes, and already, now this is on my personal size planner pages, but of course you can do this for your A5 if you have a smaller notebook or planner. Then all you got to do is either make it smaller, make the drawing smaller, or make the drawing bigger. Okay. Or you can use, you know, monochromatic colors. Okay, look at that. I think I may have to color that in. What color? I think I will go and pick, I'm going to use Tombow for this. So this one is 623. Oh, let me just erase already the pencil marking. So for the middle bit, I'm going to make that yellow. And then, how do you store past inserts that you want to keep? I suppose that's an advantage of having a large Filofax collection. All of my, yes, some of the old planner pages, Alice, I have in some old, in some Filofax planners that are, you know, not in use. But at the moment, they're all in a box. What do you call it? Rubber band together. So I haven't actually thrown any of my old printables. I may have to go and maybe do some scanning of some old ones, because I like to shop. I like to shop my old planner pages, you know. So if I need inspiration of how I want to you know, set up some, I go look at some of my old planner pages. Okay, what I've done with the Tombow, I'll do 2 layers just to make the color deeper. Now the planner, this paper, I think it's only, I'm only using a 100 GSM. So it hasn't, oh, it's starting to bleed through a little bit there. So this paper is a little bit thinner. I normally use 120 GSM, but I think I've run out. I've run out of that thickness. Whoops. Okay, look at that. Oh, isn't that pretty? Maybe let's get some greeneries. Okay. So, you know, if you go, oh, I'm not very good with coloring, you don't have to be. All right, so what I've done there, look, I didn't color the whole leaf. I've left some white. Let me drink some water. I've left some white space, and then use the fine tip to create the middle bits. Okay, yeah, it does, doesn't it, Elle? I'm very proud of it. Sometimes I go and I surprise myself. All right, let's do a different green. So let's pick a couple of different greens. So this one, oh, I think this one, I can't remember what number, but it's asparagus. No, it's not asparagus, because the asparagus, I think, is this one. 126, I think, is the asparagus. So maybe we can use that for the green here. Oh, that looks nice. So pick a couple of different greens, so then it just this contrast to the, oh, that's a nice one. This is sort of like a blue green. Okay, do I have another green? I have another green. I think this is the same. And maybe I'll make those a blush. Okay, so even here, okay, so these little dots here, I'm not actually coloring inside the circles. I'm coloring just randomly, so then it doesn't, you know, so it looks that misalignment. Look at that. That looks nice. I might get, so this is gray and 95, just to get some shadows. So then the envelope isn't so flat. You know, maybe highlight the edges of the envelope. Okay. Oh, look at that. It looks so nice. Yeah. Very spring indeed. Very spring. I love the brightness of the page. I'm in my bright era. Yes. Look, with all the for me anyway, with all the dreariness of my moods being all over the place, and I think you know, I went to the doctor today. I got got blood tests done, so in a couple of days I'll know whether I am post menopause. And I had this idea that, oh, you know, once you're post menopause, you know, all the menopausal symptoms will go away. I mean, of course it won't, because now that your hormones, you know, I think it's estrogen. Yeah, I have to verse myself a little bit better with all the different female hormones and menopause. Now that if I'm no longer ovulating, then I think it's your dopamine levels of dopamine also disappears. So your joy for things isn't as high as if you're ovulating. Look at that. Oh, I am very happy with that one. Yes. Okay. So, and then the other side. So normally the personal size printables start with a blank. You know, this is, you can't see it because my printer is running out of ink, but this is a dot grid. Okay, and this is the back of another set of printables, but don't leave that blank. So I'm going to take advantage of that space by putting the September calendar. Now this is very small. Okay, let me see if I can zoom in. So we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I originally wrote the letters on a slant, but because September and the 2026 is straight up and down, I'm going to continue that straight up and down slant. Hello, hello. Yes. It looks so bright and colorful, and that's what I need at the moment. I need some brightness and burst of colors. for my September. Now, I have been bullet journaling, planning since, in this capacity, on a regular basis since 2017. That's when I started bullet journaling, like actual paper planning. Before that, really, it was just a calendar, no journaling or anything like that. And, I've been tracking my habits. And so traditionally, September, when I track my mood, when I track whether I do my 21, 22, 23, whether I complete the habits and routines that, I have set for myself, it's very up and down, because it is spring here in Australia in September. Start of spring is September. It is, there's no events as well for September. No one in my family have birthdays, so the gatherings and all of that. There's nothing there. So I know now for me, September, my mood can dip, and so I'm more mindful now that I need to infuse September with joyful stuff, with bright things. Okay, so one of the ways to add spark, joy, is to make your planner pages, make you happy when you open it. All right, so what I'm doing here, I'm just using my Koretake Zig Clean Color Dot Marker. Okay, so one end is the spongy round tip, the other end is a fine tip. And so what I'm doing, I'm just grabbing the different colors and creating dots. Okay, so it's very subtle. So you can create your own little colorful wallpaper or dashboard or cover page. Okay, just randomly. And then that'll pick up the rainbow colors from the other side. Right, so we have a calendar on this bit here. I mean, I probably won't be referring to this calendar, when I'm planning, but it's nice as a cover spread. Oh, I need to get a replacement for my lavender, my purple dots. And one more, orange. Boop. All right, so just go, boop, and you got to make the noise, boop, 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 when you're dotting your pages. Nothing beats paper planning. I personally can't do digital planning. I forget everything if I do digital planning. Hi, Togish. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining on Insta. Oh, I appreciate you being here. Yeah, paper planning. Now, I have an iPad. I think before I started I did digital planning in between A5 bullet journaling and personal size planning. And yeah, I enjoyed it because I had the iPad, I got the Apple Pencil. However, I would stop myself from, planning because I'd want the font to be the right size. And then who's in the kitchen? Oh, it's my husband. I can hear all these scratchy noises. All right, so so digital planning, and of course you get the distraction of notifications and pings, and if I didn't charge my iPad, then of course I wouldn't be able to plan. cute. Oh, yes. So Togi also, hopefully I'm saying it right, my dear. Agree paper planning, something about it, it fills my tank. And there are actually studies, there are scientifically based studies of how the act of pen to paper helps you retain the information more. It's tactile as well. So when it comes to grounding and being mindful, which means being in the present moment, you have something physical to touch, something visual. So, you know, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding techniques. 5 things you see, 4 things you smell, 3 things you hear, 2 things you taste, and yeah, so those something physical really helps you be in the moment. So yes, that's really good. All right, so that is my look at that. Okay, so let's say it's September now. I open my cover page and then I have my calendar. So the calendar, I can I copied the same hand lettering font. Okay, so then I put the little stripe there, and then I thought there was a space. Then I went, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll add a little rainbow. Here again, I've added the dot markers for my dates of the month, and then I continued the colorful rainbow colors with these washi tapes. I bought this one from, and I don't think it's available, but if you look out, go on Amazon, and if you put books washi tape, then you'll be able to see a variety of different washi tapes that will has those colorful stuff. Yes, it's like when you handwrite over typing things. Research says it helps with memory. That's right, because your brain has to send signals to your hand to write the letters that form the word that forms the sentences, and then your eyes will visually see it, so you will read it again, and then yeah, so you know that's about 2 to 3 times you're seeing your thoughts in visualization. So and also if you are a lover of pens, markers, stationery, then it gives you a little bit of an excuse to go and use your colorful markers and pens and, you know, practice your penmanship. All right, so I might just continue for a little bit more. And so in this personal size planner bundle, I'll pop in the link, my link to my shop. I think that might be, I've just realized maybe that's a different printable, but it'll lead you to mariannecrest.com, whatever the link on YouTube, that is. This is habits and mood tracker. So I'm going to continue that little theme. So let me show you how I do that. Again, I'm going to use my colorful zebra mild liners, but this time, I'm not using the chiseled end. Okay, so your zebra mild liner is double-ended. I'm going to use the fine tip end, and I'm going to start with the pink. So pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and teal. Okay. All right, so, and I'm just going to go and eyeball this. Should I? Maybe not. Maybe don't eyeball it, Marianne. You might run out of space for the last bits of September. So let's go S, E, September. Okay, September. So just grab your pencil. All right, September. And then there's a little space here, so I might add some washi tapes there. All right, so grab your marker. All right, so all it is, just use the fine tip end, and then just make a double line like that, and then you can leave this bit as is, or you can go and do little stripes like I am. It's just something different, you know, or you can put dots, or you can make the lines diagonal. Okay, so you can do different style. I think I might make the T a little bit wider. Okay, now I have to move a little bit further down because I made the T a bit wider. Septem. Make sure I'm spelling it all correctly. Okay, look at that. Very simple lettering, but very effective. Now, of course, you can use, you know, just one color. You don't have to change colors for each letter. All up to you. Okay. Ta-da. All right. Let's go use up the back of this to cushion my black ink. And even, you know, you embellishing your planner page, okay? If ever you need to slow yourself down, if your heart rate is going 1,000,000 miles an hour, or you're worried about the new month and all the bills coming up, right? You know, it doesn't have to be don't just wait until the beginning of a new month or when you're setting up your planner page. Go just practice your hand lettering. Like I said, look on Pinterest or look on YouTube for inspiration on how to do different hand lettering fonts. You know, if you say to yourself, oh, I'm not artistic, I'm not good at, you know, doing all those. Well, you won't be good if you don't try. And then if you are like me when I first started, oh, mine don't look like theirs, mine isn't as pretty looking. Again, you know, all these wonderful accounts that you see, they started off messy and scrappy as well. But they got better because they just kept practicing. They just keep trying. Or have your little go-to hand lettering like I do. This is my trusted hand lettering. All right, so I have these little individual washi tapes. This is from Kmart here in Australia. It's the last bits. So I'm going to use them up and add some flowers in the corner. Okay, so if you have any stickers, so if you go, there's a little bit of space there, just grab some stickers. There you go, look. And then it's all beautifully aligned. Let's go and erase the pencil marking. All right. Hi, Instagrammers and YouTubers. If you're joining live, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I am slowly but surely setting up my planner pages for the new month. And I've just added September heading for my habit tracker. Where is that? Okay. So I'll fill this in. And you know what I have learnt from August habit tracker? In the past, I used to have lots of things I want to do each and every day. So if you are new to habit tracking, or if your previous month, your habit tracker has more empty space than filled in space, create or write down the habits and routines that you would like to do on your lowest energy capacity days. okay? Because a lot of us, when we're setting up our new planner pages, you know, we set it up for the 100% version of us. And so, of course, when you're not always 100%, and then you're looking at your habits and routines or your planner pages that says, I'd like to do this, and this, and this, and you are, you know, you have no energy at all, you're feeling low, you're feeling sad, it can be, you know, it can highlight that you're not feeling well, or that you think that you might be failing. So for the habits and routines, if you do have one or any daily or weekly pages, plan for the version of you that can just manage, okay? And then you will be help future-proof yourself, set yourself up for success. Hello, Devs. How are you? Is it morning there? I'm assuming it is morning. Nice to see you. Hi, Bridge. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, I appreciate you all. Is this it must be if you are new to my channel. Let me just make sure pop on my. I've added this little. Oh. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. And those of you new to my channel, hooray! Welcome, welcome. And so I'm here both on Instagram and on YouTube. And if you haven't yet followed me on YouTube, same name, Marianne Cresp. All right, so what did we do today? Today I set up my monthly cover page. Okay, so I just got inspiration from Pinterest. So if you're stuck for ideas, Pinterest is your friend. I'll make sure to actually, and you can find me on Pinterest as well as Marianne Cresp. I'll make sure to pin, I think I pinned this version somewhere. But yeah, so very simple. Like there's very elaborate designs of the envelope with plants coming out of it. I've just kept it simple. Keep it simple. And then I added the first 3 letters of the month. And then just to balance it out, because there was a little bit of space here, I just added 2026. And then on the other side, I just added the calendar and just dots. See, if you don't have time, you know, if you don't have a dot marker, just use either the fine tip end of any marker or even, you know, the chiseled end, and then you can make it look like confetti, you know, confetti flying down and helping you celebrate the new month and, you know, bring some brightness and joy. And then I had already set up my September calendar in my Quiet Focus in my YouTube membership. So that's what I worked on. And again, just my go-to hand lettering font, put a little rainbow there, added washi tape at the bottom. So I continue the same sort of lettering and color. So then it has sort of like a running theme. And the page with the dots looks like a cupcake with sprinkles, right? Yes. So and it's the sometimes it's the simplest things that bring, you know, add color. Look at that. Nothing very fancy, but it does. It adds brightness. Okay, so did the calendar off camera or on a different membership today. I also added September on my habits and mood tracker. So the way I do my mood, I sort of like have, you know, a five-point system, and I note down the mood, the overarching mood of the day. So of course it's not that, you know, maybe that I was happy all day or I was sad all day, but it's sort of like it just gives me a way to track how I'm feeling for the month, so then I can see exactly my patterns. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my dot marker. So my color coding comes in handy here. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So for my mood, I do green, which is, I note that as a great day. great day. Okay. So these color coding, I took inspiration from, those customer service surveys that you have. I think it's like IKEA. You'll have how did you enjoy your meal today? So I just took it from that. Green is a great, orange is good. It's a good day. Yellow is I call it meh. MEH, meh, a meh kind of day, neither here nor there. And then blue, if I've had a tense or anxious day, tense or anxious. Okay, and then pink is a sad or angry day. I rarely have sad or angry day, even when it is a sad day. I remember when I go and log down my mood, so this is I log it at the end of the day. How was the day? Okay. I remember my older son, when he wanted to, goes, I think when he was 8, he goes, Mum, I want to do bullet journaling with you. So I bought him an A5 Leuchtturm as well. He had his own set of, markers and everything. That phase was there for a little bit, but I think more he wanted it as the journal as an art journal, because he attended a visual arts and design school for high school. But I remember when we were doing our bullet journaling, and at the end of the day, I said, okay, I'm going to mark how I felt today. And I went, well, I think I had a sad day. And he's going, Mum, but you only were sad for about 5 minutes. And I went, oh yeah, I put a lot of weight on 5 minutes worth of my day when the rest of the day was still quite good. And I went, oh yeah, I shouldn't really judge. Hello, Alicia, nice to see you. Hola from Spain. Thank you so much for joining. And then that's when I realized I shouldn't put too much weight on something that happened only for 5-10 minutes or half an hour, when the rest of the day was actually quite a good day. So that's from my 8-year-old back then. He's 19 now, but it was like, oh yeah. So that's how I would rate the what was the overarching feeling of the day. Okay, and then on Sunday, so it's Friday now here in Sydney, Australia, it's 5 p.m. So on Sunday, I will do the plan with me and set up my mood log, set up my well-being planner spread, and set up my weekly spread for August 1st to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to September 6th. Okay, so this is what those pages look like. I have to log in my mood, so that's my mood log. Again, the mood log, this was inspired by Mel Robbins. I think it's it's not the 5-second journal. 5 minute, well, her I can't remember, it's 5 minute or 5-second journaling, where you should in the morning acknowledge how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way, and what is it that you can do for the day that can help you feel better or make the day even better if you're having a great day. It just helps you respond to your emotions better rather than react, because prior to me logging my mood, I would be right from 0 to 100 to, crankiness. So, cranky mum would come out because, this isn't done, blah, blah, blah. And so by knowing if I am feeling frustrated, if I'm feeling anxious, if I'm feeling sad, then I could plan the day accordingly. Maybe I'll be kinder to myself and give myself a little bit more grace and not put too much pressure on myself to try and do 20 things when maybe I'm not feeling well physically, mentally, or emotionally. Okay, and then the well-being planner spread part is more, what habits and routines do I want to look at as key areas of focus, physical, spiritual, mental, family, finance, career and social connections. So just little small daily habits. As you can see, I don't get to do them all of the time. I did get myself outside though. Okay, and I'm connecting with you guys now. Okay, and then this one here, where because I only moved into personal recently, this little wheel is I will color it in based on how I did with my habits and routines from the previous week. Okay, and then of course there's my weekly spread. So there are the versions of this. There's a personal bundle in the shop. Personal bundle in the shop that has daily pages. Okay, but I'm not using the daily pages in my personal size because I will do my daily planning in my traveler's notebook passport. Okay, so there's daily pages, and I've been finding this fits really well into my routine. It's small. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself to try and fill in, an A5 size planner. So my daily pages will live in my traveler's notebook passport, and then my weekly planning will be in my personal size. Now I will still use A5, but there will be more for trackers that are not weekly or daily based. So more of a monthly, where I don't need to look at it each and every day. Okay, so that is what I have set up so far for my new month. I am very happy with it, very colorful, makes me happy. Now, before I go, so as I said, this is the Filofax Domino Soft in black. Okay, so this is, let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, so this is the modular version, which means you can actually take the ring mechanism out. So if you wanted to use this just as a cover for any notebook that fits this personal size, and then it has the little snap so then it doesn't slip in and out of that back cover, back slip. Okay. There we go, it snaps in. All right, and so before I go, so this is non-leather, so it's faux leather, and if you use my discount code Marianne, MARIANE 20, Marianne 20, you can get 20% off non-leather items in the UK, US, and European sites. All other Filofax sites are distributors, so you can't use my affiliate discount code. This was gifted to me, so I am under no obligation to share. I'm not there's no that I have to go and tell you anything about it, but I've been a Filofax user way before I started journaling. But they did also send me an A5 version. So let's unbox that together because I've been waiting to unbox it. And the other thing that I got here, is this is, I think, the Norfolk keyring. So this is nice. I think, there we go. Oh, very, very soft. So I need that because when I go to the gym, I'm always digging for my keys in the bottom of my gym bag. So that's a nice little leather keyring. Okay, and then for the A5, if you get any A5, any planners from Filofax, you will get week on 2 pages. So now they've started the 2027 diary refill. Okay, so that comes if you buy any planner. And so let's do the unboxing of the Domino Soft in A5 size black, and I am assuming this is also a modular version. I love that they have now, they're doing a lot of their new planners and their new collection where you can remove the ring mechanism, which means if you have an A5 cover and you just want the Filofax and don't want the ring, yes, it is. Woohoo! Look at that. Thank you for the likes. If you are on YouTube and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. I think I'm only 103 away from reaching 15,000 subscribers. So let me, help me reach that little milestone. And of course, if you are here, there's, hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed today's, what do you call it? Live stream. Okay. So yeah, so look, you can remove the ring planner, which is great. And here, if you wanted, if you had like a little notepad, with the cardboard backing, you can put a notepad in there. I'm going to see if I can have the ring mechanism, as well as pop my Midori A5. Let me see. Okay. All right, so my MD notebook, I have it in, at the moment, I have it in the Hobonichi cover. So this is A5 size, and this is where I take a lot of my notes when I'm planning content. Let me see if this will fit with a ring mechanism. Let me see. I'm going to keep the clear plastic cover because I don't want the let me see. Come on. It's stuck. I wonder if I have this here and ooh, excellent, Smithers, excellent. All right, the only thing is if I wanted to use it, I have to take it out of the front cover. But if I'm out and about, so if you may be studying and you need a notebook as well as a ring planner, ring pages, that could be, or I wonder if, let's do it the other way. So instead of having the ring on that side, have it this side, but of course you'll turn your pages all upside down. I'm just seeing if this will work. Okay. So have your pages, ring pages there, and then have your notebook here. So that still fits. And then if you are, we'll pretend this is all, the pages are all the right way. Yeah, that works. It might work better. I think it'll work better with the notebook here because this is thicker and heavier. And then here, the pages I'm going to move here are my future log, my brain dump. I'm going to have my projects list, my cleaning list, my expense tracker, my sales tracker, and then anything else that I have on here. So I'm going to keep the things for my A5 printable very minimal, only the things that are sort of like on a monthly basis, move them in here in my new black Domino Soft modular planner. And then I can have my notebook, my Midori MD notebook in here at the same time. And then now I will have that together. have, where's my personal size? It fell on the floor. My personal and my traveler's notebook in the passport size. Yeah, that's lovely, Mary. Yeah, it is, Louise, isn't it? Filofax have the best packaging experience ever. Yes, I actually, it was only recently, Alice, that I threw away a lot of the wonderful Filofax gift boxes because I had collected quite a few, and they'd been in the cupboard for so long, and so I'm not normally, like, I don't normally use black planners, but I normally will have it open, and that is why it's important for me to oops, stuck. It's important for me. Why is that stuck? Because there's something stuck in here. There. That is why it's important that my planner pages, at least anyway for the month of September, are all very colorful. Okay, so there we are. Today I did an unboxing of my new Filofax Domino Soft in black modular A5 size. That will go well with the personal size planner. And where did this come from? Where did the pictures of hubby and I come from? Here. Okay. And so on Sunday, I will come back to set up my mood log, my well-being planner spread, and my weekly spread in my personal. So come and join me. We'll see you all next time. And I'll make sure to pop a video on here that you would like as well. All right, thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you. Have a good evening, good night, good afternoon, and I will see you again very soon. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.